Hi guys, Zach here with another Command & Conquer Red Alert video. In this game, we're playing an All of Glitters game with a little bit of a twist. So I was having to think to myself, because for those of you who play All Glitters, what you'll know is that it's known for its massive tank battles. Like most of the games I have, what you have is you have like people that build loads of MCVs and they get loads of war factories out. I mean, you're getting like 6-7 war factories and all that glitters when you get to later stage game, if you get a good economy set up. And it's just absolutely crazy. You have these big tank battles. Sometimes it lags like crazy, which isn't good. And what I had a thought, would it be possible to win an All That Glitters game without using tanks? So that's what we're going to be trying to do today. We're going to be seeing if we can win a free-for-all All That Glitters game without using any tanks at all. And we're playing as the Soviets, and I sort of like, when I say no tanks, I'm going to include missile launchers in that, because I know a missile launcher Tesla strategy can be very, very strong. So we're not going to be building basically any armoured vehicles at all, and that's the sort of like the challenge. Now, I know if I tried enough games, I'd be able to just, you'd do it eventually, because what you'd have is you'd have a scenario where there was very new players, and what would happen is they'd all, you could have really new players, or everyone could fight each other, and you're just the only person left at the end. So what the challenge was to try and do it within 5 games. And the game I'm going to show you was actually the second game. I'm not going to tell you what happens, so you'll have to find out, or whether there's further games after this. But this was sort of like the best one to show you. Now, what happened in the first game is we were playing a 5k ore start, and I started like I was using 10k ore, so that was a terrible start to begin already. And then after that, what I did, I got like rushed by someone, and yeah, this strategy is definitely not going to work if you're going to get rushed, because the main defense at the start of the game is tanks. So this is sort of like one of those, so it's like a challenge / troll game, because this is like sort of troll tactics. No one would ever use them, like, I don't think I've ever seen these tactics actually used in an All That Glitters game, so it's possibly quite unique. Not to say that someone has, I don't know, I haven't seen, I obviously don't know every All That Glitters game that's ever happened, so it might have been done before, who I don't know. But, and last time I did a troll game was actually in, I think it was just before Christmas. I think it was sort of like Christmas, somewhere like Christmas Eve or the day before that. And I remember saying then actually that I'd like to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. And at the moment, we're about a quarter of the way in, and I'm over 900 at the moment. So that's absolutely amazing. So thank you to all of those of you who subscribed. I'm hopefully going to hit my target like quite soon. At this point in the year, if I just wanted to hit 1,000, then I'd probably need to be at about 700 at the moment, so that's absolutely amazing. Thank you everyone who watches and yeah, subscribes to the channel. And what we're going to see at the moment is we're going to see that the big problem with this tactic is just space. Because I need loads of Tesla to defend if I'm going to get like attacked by tanks early. And the problem is I don't have any space. Now, I possibly could have used a grenadier here and, you know, start like bombing everywhere. I mean, I think I've seen that done by Amatrox or someone who, before, where he uses that right at the start to just give him a bit more space. I haven't used it in this situation. I've just gone for loads and loads of ore trucks. Because, I mean, I'm going to need a ton of ore if I'm going to use this strategy. Although I am absolutely siloed, and I'm a bit reluctant to build ore silos, because then I'll probably be blocking all my ore refineries, and my base will just be like become a big big like trap for ore trucks just to get stuck constantly. And you can see I'm just having a bit of trouble being able to place these power plants in order to get my Tesla laid down, because I'm really needing it at this stage. So we're going to get a couple of large power plants in there, sold our war factory, because we're not really going to be needing too many war factories in this from in this type of game. Because you can see at the moment I'm just struggling with I'm just completely struggling. That's it. just to get like my base set up the way I want it. And we're starting to get a bit of Tesla down right now. And the big thing is as well is if I do get attacked, okay, I don't have that many Tesla outright, but I will be able to produce Tesla very quickly. So as one goes down, I'll be able to build another one. And we can see that blue is in my base, so they've got a bit of visibility. And they possibly won't know though that what I'm doing, like that I'm not building any tanks. They'll probably assume my tanks are somewhere. They won't think that I'm just going for no tanks at all. So obviously, yeah, I'm using a Smurf name in this game, so they don't know that it's me playing. And we're going to see how this goes out. You can see the longer this game goes on, the better it's getting for me because I'm just getting more space. I'm going to be able to do more stuff. And you can see I'm getting quite a good defense at that top side of the base because that's where I'm focusing on expanding initially. And I'm just going to get a load more ore trucks because at this point I could just see that this is terrible. This is really, really bad. So I'm just going to get a shed load of ore trucks out. And I think that's the best strategy call at this point in the game, building 10 ore trucks. Now, I haven't really done this strategy before in all the glitters, except for the last game where I got attacked very early on. So it's sort of quite new to me as well about what's the best way to approach this. But yeah, you can just see I'm just trying to get loads of ore trucks out now, just to like clear space and just give me, so I can actually build a proper base. With a proper defense.
Construction complete.
Yeah, and just get those other MCVs out. I don't know whether I built those MCVs like a little bit early. Maybe I should have focused a bit more on just getting more space.
Unit ready.
Although I guess, yeah, at least my building speed is really, really good at the moment. And you can see we're sort of getting some of those Teslas on that like little hill, I don't know what you call it, like that hill, and that's going to provide us with some defense should we get attacked, because I have a feeling we're starting to expand out now and we should be coming across someone quite early. We can see that red is out of the game, so I don't know whether he was the middle team, so we might have still a little bit further to go. We can see that I think yellow there is probably going to be out as well. And we're starting to be able to push up at the moment with our Teslas. I probably should have done a little bit more scouting with my infantry just to see what was going on the different parts of the base. Or the map. But you can see, and now what I'm doing is I'm just sort of getting this bottom part defended because at the moment it's quite bare. And at this bottom part, there's like a straight run for my MCVs. So if someone was to attack there, I could be in a little bit of trouble. So I'm just getting some Tesla there. And you can see in the middle of my base, we've got cyan now. So we've had blue inside our base. We've got cyan inside our base. And we can see that yellow is also out of the game. So that means there's 4 players left, including myself. So we'll have to see how this goes. We've now got that radar dome down so we can see what's going on in the different parts of the map, and we're still just expanding. But we can see that blue are out there and they've got some tanks on the map. So what we're going to do is we're going to be doing a Tesla crawl up here. We're going to try and take out those tanks because they're going to be destroying our ore trucks, which I'm not so worried about. I'm not terrified of losing a couple of ore trucks because I've just got so much ore at the moment. It's a bit ridiculous. And yeah, you can see us building those building a bit more Tesla, getting a bit out of power there. But you can see we're starting to expand upwards, and we know we're going to come across blue very, very soon. But yeah, it's just a case of building more ore trucks, keep on expanding my base out, and just keep on building Tesla, get a really good defense, because you can see this top part of my base at the moment is really well defended. If I do get a big tank attack, they're gonna have to have a hell of a lot of tanks to be able to break through.
Construction complete.
Although I guess the Achilles heel, you could say, for Tesla is missile launchers, because missile launchers do a lot of damage. They also have a longer range compared to Tesla, so they can fire on them from a distance without the Tesla being able to zap them. But it's quite hard to, like, you know, micro them quite effectively. But yeah, we can see that Blue have got an ore truck there. So what I'm doing is I'm just bringing this Tesla forward and building this aggressive Tesla just to see if I can get his ore trucks, stop them using my ore. Because I want to be able to use that ore for myself anyway. So I don't want him mining there. If it was normal situations, I'd just take a load of tanks out and kill them. But we can't do this in this. And at the moment, we've been quite lucky, I guess. We haven't had many attacks, but I guess if you don't send out tanks and attack other players, then you're less likely to get attacked yourself. And that's what I like, because I've been in like games before where I've been out fighting. I've fought all the other players, and then there's just been an absolutely shed load of tanks in like in one of the corners, and there's been a player that's just been building tanks the whole game and hasn't got attacked. And he just, yeah, and obviously I've expanded out a lot more than I would in that case. I would if it was that case, because I've needed just to get the space for my base to get these Teslas. You can see the orange are in my base as well. So we've had blue in our base, we've had cyan in our base, we've had orange in our base. So they're certainly aware of where I'm here, but I guess they're wondering what's going on at the moment, because they're getting in my base, but they're not seeing any anything like tanks. So yeah, they're probably not, a bit unsure of what's going on at the moment. But as you can see, I'm going to start defending this part again. I'm going to add in a second layer of defense. I'm also going to be needing to look at what's going on in this top part, because I'm going to be getting very, very close to this blue player. And I did see some more trucks around this part, so I'm sort of wondering where they've gone, whether he's just saw that Tesla and decided to take them back. But what I can see is a lot of ore at the moment, and he seems to be bringing some tanks in, but I mean, come on, 3 tanks, they're not going to, 4 tanks even, that's not going to be enough. And we're just going to start laying down the Tesla, and it's going to clear them up, no problem at all. Yeah, that just was not going to cut it at all. So I think Blue, he must be getting attacked from elsewhere, because there's no way he was just going to bring that few tanks in and just think it was going to have any sort of impact. And he's probably starting to realise what my strategy is now, because he's the first person to go on the attack. But it doesn't look like he can put up any defence at the moment, and we're just going to build our Teslas into this. And you can see he's starting to really, really struggle. And yeah, we're sort of on top of his war factories, and there's no way he's going to be able to hold this. We're going to send some flamethrowers. They do a lot of damage against buildings, and they're very quick and easy to build. And you can see we've got the flamethrower crawl right now, and we'll have to see, and he's out of the game. And this is big, because what it means is I've actually got some space. I've got lots of space now, so I'm going to be able to start laying down these large power plants. And you can see what we've got in the bottom of the map. We've got cyan using my ore, so I'm going to need to sort that out, because I'm not pleased with that. We're going to need to get these ore trucks out of the game. It's a 3-way free-for-all at the moment. So we've got orange, we've got cyan, and we've got myself. And you can see that cyan is coming in with the heavy tanks. We're going to see, can we defend this? We're getting quite a lot of Tesla down at the moment, but you can see, and cyan has got something that blue didn't have, and that's missile launchers. So the dark blue didn't use any of them, and you can see these missile launchers are going to provide a bit of a nuisance. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build my defences a bit further back, just while it's starting to take out those frontline defences. I'm just building a Tesla wall right here and now, and we'll have to see, are they going to try and push in? It looks like we're thinking about it, but now they've decided to pull back. And in front of that Tesla wall, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some flamethrowers, some flame towers, and it just makes it a bit more, I guess, makes it a little bit harder for them. And I'm going to push these flamethrowers forward. And we can see that cyan's not going on the full-on assault at the moment, but they have managed to destroy a bit of my economy, but my economy is absolutely crazy at the moment. And what I'm doing is I'm just pushing upwards, just getting a bit more of the map. And we can see a lot of this, a lot of the map around here has been used up. So yeah, it's all about map control, I guess, because what the later it gets into the game, the more it gets about controlling the ore patches. And you can see we've got quite a hefty defence at this bottom part of the map, so hopefully we won't be thinking about going in there. And you can see those missile launchers are going to be a bit of a nuisance. But one thing about missile launchers is this slow reload time. And what we're going to do is we're going to build flamethrowers, because that's sort of the counter I found in this situation. You build flamethrowers, you can build them really quickly, and they can take out those missile launchers. You can see those missile launchers losing health right now, and this looks good for us. And you can see those tanks as well, they're going to be taken out, and this has changed things quite a bit. And we're going to be going for the buildings at the moment. There's no, can Cyan respond? It doesn't look like it. We're going to be able to push back, and he could be, at this point in time, we don't know, he might even be getting attacked at the other side of the base, because we do have orange in this game as well. So we'll be able to push back at the moment, and we're just sort of getting him off this ore patch and pushing him back into his base. And we can see he's had no response at the moment. And yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to expand to other places. So I want to see what orange is doing and what's going on at the other parts of the map. You can see my economy is absolutely crazy at the moment. We can see that Cyan are really struggling, but what we do know is what we don't know even is that what's happening at orange. What situation is orange in? And we can see orange is on the attack. He's sort of like come where I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting him to be in the top right, but he's in the top right as well. But I think he was attacking Cyan actually. I think that's why Cyan had quite a weak defence. And we can see we're being sort of caught a bit off guard. We haven't had a chance really to build up. And what I'm going to be trying to do at the moment is I'm going to be building flamethrowers, because what I'm going to be trying to do is get rid of those missile launchers, because I built Tesla, yeah, sure, they're good against tanks, but those missile launchers make short work of them, and I think he's going for my economy, it looks like. So let's see how this goes. You can see he's got a big group of tanks up north, he's got a big group of tanks to the east, and he's sort of bringing them together now and putting them through this like flamethrower trap. And I think this might be a bit of a mistake, because he's losing a lot of things there. Yeah, sure, he's got rid of those flamethrowers, but he sort of like put them in the middle. I mean, that was a bit crazy. I think, yeah, he's just going for the ore trucks, but yeah, we've got like 57,000 ore, which, I mean, yeah, we might regret not having as much all those silos later on. We'll just have to wait and see. But what we're going to go for is we're going to go for the attack on Orange's base, because what doesn't happen in bases is, sure, the tanks attack base defences, but the Tesla doesn't unless you actually click on it and like manually like target it, which he's done that. Yeah, this Tesla's only gone off there because he had because I had one of my structures had a little man that fell out. The thing is, base defences do not automatically target buildings, and that's going to give me. It's going to make it very hard for Orange in this situation, because okay, he has Tesla, but it's no use against like other base defences unless you manually click it. And if you manually click it, it takes a lot of time and it's very time consuming. And you can see we're sort of getting the upper hand at this part of the base. But you can see Orange is on my economy. He's in my base as well. So we'll have to see how far he gets. And you can see we're starting to pull through his base at the moment. And it's going alright, just as long as we can advance, as long as we can keep on going, and eventually what we're going to be able to do is going to get rid of all of these ore refineries. And you can see I think he's pulling a little bit further back, now he's bringing some of his tanks back, and all this time we're just going to be building more and more flamethrowers. And I think he's absolutely jammed in the middle of his base. You can see his ore trucks just not knowing where to go. Yeah, so that's a bit crazy. And now I think he's going on the attack again. What we're going to do is we're going to take out this radar dome though, and that's going to give him a bit of a hassle. And yeah, we've got that down. We're going for his Tesla, and now we're starting to expand into other parts of his base. And he's going on for the full attack at the moment. So we'll have to just see if our base defences can hold up. It's a question, can our base defences hold up? And how much of his base am I going to be able to destroy? That's the question. And we're just doing flamethrowers up into his base and destroying as many buildings. Oh, we're low on power! This is bad actually, because we need Tesla. The Tesla's in our base, so what we're going to do is we're going to just build power plants in his base and just like they're going to be safe because he's not actually focusing on his own base. So now we're building our base back up, and you can see our Tesla is going to be back online, and we can keep an eye on that radar dome to see what's going on and whether those tanks are going to be able to break through. But in the meantime, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be building these flamethrowers, and yeah, you can see he's in trouble because I'm sort of like, I've got base defenses. I've got a little Tesla there as well. It's going to be firing on his ore trucks, and this is trouble for Orange. And I guess I am in trouble myself because, yeah, let's face it, I'm just like, I'm running out of ore. I'm running lower on ore right now because I don't have my economy anymore. So we're gonna have to see if we can take out his economy first. And it's going decently. It's going decently, I'd say. We're getting like reducing these ore refineries. His ore trucks are having to travel longer distances. We're managing to push further into his base. We've got like a few Tesla around there which are going to be destroyed. You can just see ore trucks are going down all the time because they're going past that Tesla coil. And yeah, we'll have to see if he does go for that Tesla. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be trying to push further and further into his base. And you can see that's what's going on right now. And he's going for that Tesla, but while he's doing that, I'm going to be pushing those flamethrowers further and further into his base, and so we'll have to see how far we can get. And I think the thing is, though, players, they'll never have seen this, so they don't really know how to react. They're like, and he must be like, I guess he must be absolutely frustrated at the moment, like seeing his base get destroyed like this. And you can just, and it's just going. We managed to push him so far back. Now, I am struggling on ore at the moment, so it's not. I'm not going to be able to keep up this for much longer. But because my economy he did go for my economy, but because he went for my economy, you can see what situation his base is in. It's just like really, really bad. And I'm thinking he's going to be struggling for ore because those tanks. It's expensive to produce tanks like he has, and missile launchers as well. So, and you can see his economy is going like. It's going, and we're going to be able to destroy those ore refineries. I don't know how many more ore refineries he's got. I think he's got some further south as well. But you can see we're destroying those ore refineries. He's also got another radar dome up, so he knows what's going on. And we're going to be able to push into his base. And he is tapped out. I think he realised there was at his construction yards, and things weren't going well. So the first thing I need to do is get my economy back on track. You can see, fortunately, I have just enough ore. If he'd held on a little bit longer, I would have been in a bit of a bad situation. But, well, I probably am in a bad situation anyway. And you can see my ore truck getting destroyed there. I think that was my last ore truck from the previous lot. Because Cyan has had time to build up. So we're going to see, how strong is Cyan at the moment? Because while we've been fighting with Orange, Cyan have had a chance to recover. I think they were in a bad situation earlier, but now I'm going to guess that situation has changed a lot. And you can see also myself, I'm in like a completely different situation. When I attacked Cyan originally, I had tons and tons of ore. Now I'm pretty much siloed. And we've got this ore patch in the top left. We could also see some ore sort of like in the middle, sort of the middle right to the map. So I'm going to be wanting to try and use that as well. And I'm going to be wanting Cyan not to use that, so I'm going to have to try and build base defences around it. And now that I've got some more trucks in that top left position, I'm going to be able to start building structures again. And what we're going to do is going to build some Tesla here, just to take care of those trucks. But you can see that Cyan is responding. He's bringing tanks forward. And he's also got missile launchers there as well. And this isn't looking good for me at the moment. I'm going to have to pull back. Yeah, he's got too much there. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to go for his base from the other angle. So we're just going to build these power plants to the other side of his base. Because his tanks are obviously in the middle. Right, so we're going to push down. We're just building large power plants just so I make sure I have plenty of power. I'm building so fast anyway, it doesn't make so much of a difference. And you can see he's got tanks there as well, so this was not what I was expecting exactly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a flamethrowers, build them quickly. He's going for my base structures, and that's a big mistake. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for his structures as well, just with my flamethrowers. I think he's not really, yeah. I don't think he thought this through really, but because all I'm going to do is I'm going to start destroying his base with this. and we can see we've got his war factory, we're getting his ore refineries, and it doesn't look like he has like much really here, to be fair. I was expecting like a little bit more of a base, but you can see we're starting to push back right now, and you can see he's bringing his things back because he's realised that's his last ore refinery. So I don't know if this is a good game or not, but he's starting to bring things back. It depends on what we can do inside his base, like inside the very heart of his base. And you can see he's got, I was trying to go for the construction yards, but it seems like he's got like a wall of buildings protecting them. So I'm not going to be able to get there at the moment. The question is, do I use like MiGs or something to get them? I don't know at the moment, but you can see he's pushing back now. And there's no way I'm going to be able to like hold this little part here, but you can see that's going to really hurt his economy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push down this way, I think now, and start using this ore here.
Construction complete.
Because it's just like a fight of the ore. Like this late game, it's always ore control. Just I'm doing it like usually you'd be fighting with tanks. I'm doing it with like Tesla and flamethrowers. So it's a little bit different. And you can see he's starting to bring his tanks down right now. But we've managed to like get a few Tesla located there. And I mean, even if it doesn't like kill like all of his tanks, it's just whittling down his forces. And it's going to make it harder and harder for him to fight these battles as time goes on. Because he's all, I don't think his ore situation is exactly good. He's just had to build back, and now we're going to go and attack from the other side once again. So what we're doing is we're sort of like hitting him at one side, and what we're going to do is we're going to go for that ore economy again. We're going to go for that ore refinery that'll have built up, but I think he's getting his, I think he's getting there soon enough, possibly. We'll have to see if he's able to defend against this. We've got these flamethrowers out at the moment, and yes, he's been able to defend this. He's going to be able to save his ore refinery. I'm not going to be able to get it down again. So what we're going to do is we're going to start like defending this position at the moment, but it's no use of that position. So I'm going to be building Tesla further back and just trying to like build like sort of like a little Tesla wall going back. So as we retreat, we're able to destroy lots of tanks in the process. I was seeing how this goes at the moment, but it's not looking too bad. We are managing to do a lot of damage, and you can see a lot of those tanks are on low HP. And you can see I'm managing to get a little, sort of like a little bit of a defense going in that part of the map. And you can see he's starting to, I don't know what he's trying to do at the moment, whether he's trying to go down. But what you might be noticing now is his forces are starting to look worse and worse. You can see his forces are definitely reducing, and this makes me think it's time to go for this side again, as we did earlier. Last time we got defeated in this part of the map, but let's see if we can hold it this time, because we can see he's obviously got his ore trucks there, so if we can destroy some of them, that'll be great. Yeah, and you can see we're starting to build them, but he's starting to get his tanks through at the moment. He's sort of like got them around that, some going in from the other direction as well though, and we're getting a bit of damage done on his tanks, and we can see his forces are vastly reduced at this point. And he's got, I mean, those missile launchers are really effective against Tesla. So what we're going to do is we're going to start building our flamethrowers again, and I think this is the decisive point at the moment. Those flamethrowers aren't going to be able to hold. They're going to be down very quickly, and then he's just got his tanks left, which look on low HP, and I think that's going to be, I think there's no way back for him now, because what's going to happen is I'm going to take control of the ore. You can see he's trying to bring missile launchers in, but they're not going to be able to, like one missile launch, well, 2 missile launchers, even if he's got 10 missile launchers, they're not going to be able to hold this. And we managed to get into his base, and you can see there's his 2 ore refineries that he's just built, and they're going to go down, and he doesn't have anything to defend, and that is well and truly good game. So yes, it is possible to win all the glitters with no tanks, well, no armoured units. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video.